Let's say you are going on a flight and I say that the flight is completely on autopilot mode. There is no pilot flying it. Will you fly?
What is something that CloudIT does operationally that separates itself from others?
And my directly proportional to the words that I speak. I'm a qualified chartered accountant, which is equivalent to CPA over there in US. I'm working as an all-rounder over here. I have a motto in my life that action speaks much louder than words.
What am I getting that suits my business, right? The way I want to do things.
CloudIT recognizes the changing needs of accounting. The only thing that's constant in this world is change.
I mean, are we worried about AI?
When we are encountering backlog of 2 or 3 years, it becomes very difficult for us. The prompts that we use to categorize the backlogs, like 2 or 3 years of backlog, we can just complete in a day. There is a very less gap that automation malfunctions.
Hello world, finance community, accounting community, business community. Welcome to the CloudIT podcast. And so, one of the things that we talk about is being able to bring the world to you as we see it, right? CloudIT is a very diverse company. We are everything in one. And the person that I want to bring to you today so you guys can meet, this is my girl, right? So she's the one that brings the excitement. She's the one that brings the energy, but not only just that, but she brings the skills and the knowledge and the intelligence. And my goal for this podcast is for you to see all of that at once. Let's get up for Jasleen.
Thank you so much, Steve. I'm so humbled by the introduction that you gave. I just hope I'm able to justify on what all you said about me.
Absolutely. You've already justified it through and through. I hope I did, or I hope I said enough. So for the people who don't know, right? People who are just getting used to you, people who are just, who is Jasleen? What does she care about? What drives you? Where did you come from? I want to know it all. Give me as much as you can.
Firstly, I'm just giving a disclaimer that my mind runs really fast, Steve. My mind is directly proportional to the words that I speak. So in case I'm going really faster in pace, you can just stop me and let me know that I need to go slow. I talk about me very less, though I am Jasleen. I'm a qualified chartered accountant, which is equivalent to CPA over there in US. Plus, I'm a postgraduate in mass communication as well. So I can say that I hold a good hold over my communication skills. Then I'm being assigned the position of a controller over here in CloudIT, where I handle a diverse range of responsibilities, I would say. I'm handling a team, I'm acting as a CRM, I am taking care of the clients, taking care of the accounting, the automations, the operations, the taxation. Like, I can say that I'm working as an all-rounder over here.
Man, that's so amazing. So you said offline, right? We talked right before we got on here, and you said offline. I'm not a person that likes to, brag about myself. I'm not a person I like to let my work speak for me. Where did that come from? Where did that come from? Where did that mindset come from? A lot of people isn't like that. A lot of people like to be on the front of the line and say, "Hey, look at me, look at me, look at me."
No,
right? And no,
certainly not me. Certainly not me. Because I guess I have a motto in my life that action speaks much louder than words. So I do not love to speak much about myself. I believe that whatever work I am doing, that would speak about myself, who Jasleen actually is. Because, I can go on bragging about myself. I can just go on blowing my own trumpet that I'm this, I'm that. And, inside it's just a hollow. So I just do not want to say that. My work, rather speaks for me because the work is something that has made me reach where I am today. So that I do not need to speak much. So I say that my work speaks for me. So that's what I follow in my life.
Awesome. So I want to talk a little bit more about, and you mentioned it, right? Your role at CloudIT operations, man, like the back end, how these things work. What is something that CloudIT does operationally that separates itself from others?
So in my opinion, CloudIT recognizes the changing needs of accounting. That's what, separates it from the other industries that are over there. If I can just emphasize over it, the type of accounting that we had 4 or 5 years back, that is completely transformed now. The earlier it was quite backward looking. the accounting firms or the clients used to say that, we need our comparison data with the last month or with the previous year. But now it has gone so forward looking that they want to know that how my financial figures will look after 3 months or 6 months or within an year. So, that has completely transformed the accounting for me. Plus, I would just say one thing that I have noticed a lot. Earlier, my clients used to say that they just want the month to be closed. So they just wanted the monthly reports. But now they want the real-time updations. They want the real-time data. If I'm just putting one entry, they want it to be reflected in their financial reports. So that's how the needs of accounting have transformed. I guess it's mostly evident after the COVID era. So the needs have completely changed. And so we have to change our operations according to that. We cannot just sit on like saying that, okay, we belong to so old ages. I do not want to say that. So we really need to change with the time, because the only things that's constant in this world is change. So we really need to change ourselves with the changing times.
Come on, Jasleen. That's what no, you are spot on. And I think accountants are starting to understand that not only is the business changing, the industry's changing, but the clients are changing. They need more real-time data. They need more real-time consulting, right? How is CloudIT prepared to go into the future with AI coming and these automations coming? Like, what are we doing as CloudIT? And I say we because I'm Mr. CloudIT over here. But what are we doing to prepare for the future of accounting? Right? Are we scared that automation is coming? Are we worried about AI? What are we doing? How are we adapting?
No, we are not at all scared, but it's just that it's a race that we really need to be in. In order to be in the top, I guess, in the automations department, CloudIT is lucky to have me, I would say. That, I, keep a track of all the emerging trends and technologies that are coming in, right? So, in order to just match with it, I would say that we have real-time dashboards that we have built in. So, if we are updating any information in the books, we do not have to extract the reports and then share. We have those systems that we have that matching algorithm. We have those APIs in place, wherein if we are updating one thing in any of the software, be it QBO, NetSuite, Xero, Zoho, we get dashboards automatically updated as per the information. So then we have this matching algorithm. Like, let's say there are a lot of transactions which we are not sure of, being given accountants. For example, if there are any sort of Zeal payments or Venmo payments for which we need clarification from our clients, like to whom this payment is made. So we just share a sheet with them. They just have to mention that this expense or this deposit pertains to this GL, and it automatically gets coded in QBO. So this is the level of two-way.
That sounds like magic.
In place. Yes, because when we are encountering backlog of 2 or 3 years, it becomes very difficult for us because we have around 200 AMA transactions. And if we are getting information from the clients, and if we are again going back and categorizing it, it's gonna take hell lot of time. So this is the system that we have started incorporating, by which the client just have to click and it's automatically getting coded. Then third thing, I would just say that the prompts that we use to categorize the backlogs, like 2 or 3 years of backlog, we can just complete in a day using all the prompts using AI. Yeah, I know. The things that I'm saying that will blow up your mind. I'm sure of this thing. We've also started a spotlight reviews now. Using AI, we use such prompts that it reviews the book in such a way that it'll highlight, it'll red flag all the negative balance sheet items. It'll red flag the vendors who are categorized in more than one GL. So, that helps, in making our work quite easier when it comes to review. And we make sure that whatever quality we are rendering to our clients, it's top notch. I guess the list is quite long, so you'll have to bear with me on this, because, whenever it comes to automations in operations, I get really excited because we are making huge, progress in that sense. Then we also have this business intelligence report, wherein we are having this data mining. Yes, you must have seen it. We always make sure that we understand the needs of our end clients. We need to see that they might not be financially literate much. Because obviously a person who is into a restaurant business or into a construction business, they'll just be interested in certain KPI. They'll just be interested, what are my top 5 customers? What are my top 5 vendors? How my income has changed over this period. So we just understand the needs of the end clients and then we customize that business intelligence report, and then we share it with our clients. So that adds value addition to the services that we are providing.
I absolutely love that. First off, I love your passion, and I hope the viewers get to see it. And second of all, you can talk as long as you want here. Our target audience are all finance and accounting nerds, so I'm sure they're going to love listening to everything you said. Anyway, you spoke to client, specifically the client, and we keep emphasizing the client and the needs of the client. What are we doing to customize though? Like, so every client that comes to us, what are we doing that we can make their work uniquely different than their other works and the other clients? And so if I'm coming to you as a new business and I want to hire CloudIT, what am I getting that suits my business, right? The way I want to do things, right? My systems and my operations.
Right. So one thing I would say that we significantly believe in working on the niche industries, right? We have specified reporting structure that we have built internally to satisfy the needs of the niche, be it restaurant, be it medical, be it construction, be it real estate, cannabis, you name any industry, and we have the reporting structures ready, and it contains all sorts of information that they might be interested in. In case it's not having that, the client can just name a report that, hey, Jasleen, I want this report, and it will be done. Because we have those systems in place that we can just have any sort of financial dashboard, any sort of reporting, any sort of KPIs ready within just fraction of seconds using automations and AI. I just said, if I just talk about the needs of the accounting firms that we deal with, we have built this CRM portal called Smart Data. Yeah. So we really used to feel that, the accounting firms with whom we are dealing, they used to feel themselves as a bottleneck because, we used to ask for the data from them that this is the missing document of your end client. This is the missing information. These are the open items. Our accounting firms were not able to focus on their growth part, on their networking part. So we built this CRM system wherein we can directly have this connection with their end clients, which is also available on Apple Play Store, Google Play Store. So they just have to download the app and they can just upload all sorts of missing documents. They can answer all sorts of open items over there, just wherever they are, like with the, at the ease of their phones, because they do not need to carry their laptops along with them. So this is how also we are sending automated reminders to their end clients that they really need to upload the documents, that they need to resolve these open items in order to get their books closed. We have also implemented a system of converting a prospect into a final client onboarding through Smart Dash. We've completely automated that process for our accounting firms. I guess it's a never-ending process. So it will go on, I guess, as the technologies are emerging. It is a never-ending topic, I would say. So as we are encountering more and more technologies, I guess we'll be bringing them up.
I absolutely love the way that we customize per client, per niche, right? Depending on what's going on, what time they need it. Speak more to the workflow management. If we have a client that has so much work, they may be backlogged. How do we handle, and what are even the struggles? Like, we're not perfect. You know what I mean? Like I say this all the time. We are not perfect people, but we strive for excellence. We strive to correct our wrongs. How do we handle the workflow management?
I just said that, obviously, especially during the heavy tax season that I just mentioned about, that, in the heavy tax season, there are a lot of clients who comes up with cleanups and backlogs of 2 or 3 years. So as I just said, that we have those prompts which can do years of backlogs within just a day. And, the accounting firms can go on charging, $3,000, $4,000, $500, and they're just paying us for a day, I would say. Right. So because we have those prompts in place, we make sure that our workflow is quite simplified, but yet we ensure that the quality is top notch. So that's how we just operate on the workflows. It's not a tough workflow, I would say. It's just that, it depends on client to client. We customize our workflows according to them, the way they want it. So I don't think so that we operate on a really typical sort of a workflow. It's as customized as per the clients.
One last question, and I won't get you the same way I got Nikita, I promise. Answer this. Why CloudIT as a customer? Why am I choosing? If I'm an accounting firm, I need help. If I'm a CPA firm, I need help. If I'm a bookkeeper, I need help. If I am a CFO, I'm going to decrease payroll without jeopardizing quality. Why are they choosing CloudIT?
I guess on whatever I have said that all sums up about why they should choose CloudIT, because we believe that we really need to keep up a pace with the emerging technologies, right? I was just reading it quite recently that if the employees are going for a coffee break and they are just buying a coffee out there, we have systems in places that before they finish up the coffee, the bill of the coffee reaches up to the accounting portal. So, the technology is growing so fast. Plus, I was just exploring this one portal called Ledger Sync, because I was mainly struggling with this thing that, the check images we had to wait for the whole month end, right? So Ledger Sync has come up with the solution that it, automatically syncs the check images also along with the bank feeds on the accounting portal. So, I was really blown out by that. So I was just exploring along with the automations, I would say come a lot of challenges also, Steve. Challenges, I would say that, in CloudIT particularly, I would say that, since we were just implementing a lot of automations in place. So the major challenge that I faced was that the implementation challenge, I would say. There was a lot of resistance from the employees. That usually is that, if you're coming up with 10 or 15 years, the way you were working, and I suddenly come up and say that, no, you need to shift your mindset. You need to work in a particular way. So, that's not possible at all. That's not possible for any. That happened with computers as well. When the computers came into being in the very first place. Technology and automations, they look really cool when, looked at from a distance, I would say. But as you go closer to them, no, we tend to get complacent with automations and technologies as well. Because
I love it. I love it.
You tend to get complacent that, okay, now I have gone to, I've completely automated my processes. But then there are certain areas which you cannot automate. For example, tax planning is something. Legal case studies are something where you cannot automate the things because you do need a human resource to be there. The experience, the skill set that you cannot bring from the automations.
100%.
Right? So, when I was being a speaker over somewhere and they just reach out to me. So, automations are there. So I guess the human resource, the role of human resource will decline. That really get on my nerves. I was like, this cannot happen. It's a very big misconception, I would say, that prevails in the market that, since automation is there, there'll be loss of jobs. The human resource won't be any longer required. But I say that the technology and automations, they can assist the human resource, but they cannot replace it, right?
Okay.
The process can be done using the technology, but the interpretation has to be left to the human brain, I would say. Steve, you tell me, let's say you are going on a flight and I say that the flight is completely on autopilot mode. There is no pilot flying it. Will you fly?
I'm not flying. I'm telling you that right now.
Exactly. So that's what I say, that you really need a human brain along with the technology, because we really need to know where to apply the brake. That's really important because there's a very less gap that automation malfunctions. So only human brain can make sure that it doesn't malfunction and that it goes as per the requirement of the human brain.
I've enjoyed this so much and I can't wait for the viewers to meet you and, and see this. I got one more question. I know I said I had one more, but I got one more question. If I come to India, what is the number one thing I have to eat?
I know that you are really a non-veg lover, so I'll make you eat all the non-veg food, the chicken. I know that you love non-veg food. I'm sure I'm right. So yes, we have really good butter chicken, and fish, mutton curry, anything that you love. So I guess that's now a good motivation for you to be here.
I gotta be there. I gotta get the butter chicken. That's it. The butter chicken, y'all. It's the butter chicken. We're gonna end it on the butter chicken. So I can't wait to try that good Indian butter chicken. So listen, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Jasleen, as you guys see, she's so passionate and she's such an expert at what she does. I am absolutely thrilled to have had this time shared with her. I'm signing off, guys. Enjoy.
Thank you so much, Steve, for this opportunity. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much, Steve.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.